We're going to look at problem number 9 on Spiral Review 23. Classify the following two-dimensional figures. Explain your classification. We have a square, a rhombus, a rectangle, a hexagon, quadrilateral, pentagon, triangle, parallelogram, octagon, and trapezoid. So, there's many ways to do this. Many. Is there anything that they all can be classified as?
Polygons?
They are all polygons. So they're all polygons. But now if I wanted to break that up, let's say into two different sections.
Yes.
One section could be called quadrilaterals.
You can't be talking. That's the only thing you know.
And we could do non-quadrilaterals to make it even easier. Quadrilaterals. Now, this is just a simple way to categorize them. Where would I put square?
Quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral. Where would I put rhombus?
Quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral. Where would I put rectangle? Quadrilateral. Where would I put quadrilateral? Quadrilateral. Where would I put pentagon?
Non-quadrilateral.
Hexagon.
Non-quadrilateral.
Triangle.
Non-quadrilateral.
Octagon.
Non-quadrilateral.
Parallelogram.
Quadrilateral.
Trapezoid.
Quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral. Now we could break down the quadrilaterals into parallelograms and not parallelograms and do it that way as well. We could take not quadrilaterals and make them 3 sides and then 5 sides and then 6 sides. So just depending on how much in depth you want to get is how you could classify it. Now if I were some other teacher that's not as nice as I am, I would, go really in depth on when you're doing this. I'm just saying. Easy peasy raw chicken squeezy.
What?
Mrs. Martinez had a dresser that is 285 centimeters wide. So it's 285 centimeters.
Okay.
She has space for the dresser on a wall that is 3 5/10 meters. Once the dresser is placed in this space, how many centimeters of space will be left on the wall? So I know right now that the wall is bigger than the dresser, because it asks how many centimeters will be left along the wall. But the wall is 3 5/10 and the dresser is 285. So what should I do? Bueller, anyone? Yes.
You put the dot at in the middle of 2 and 8.
No, I can't do that. All my answers are in
Centimeters.
All my answers are in centimeters. So I'm going to want to change 3 5/10 meters to centimeters. How many centimeters are in 1 meter? Bueller, I'll look back here. It says 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So if I say 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, and I want to know 3 5/10 meters, and I'm going from meters, which are bigger, to centimeters, which are smaller, which means I multiply, and I multiply by this 100. Now you've all multiplied by powers of 10. So I move my decimal point 2 places to the right, and the wall is 350 centimeters wide.
Yep.
Now I want to find out how many centimeters will be left. So I'm going to have 350, subtract 285, and that'll be what did you get when you subtracted that? Oh my goodness, hasn't done it yet. What am I supposed to be doing?
What am I supposed to be doing?
What did you get, Aiden?
I haven't done it. I've been running my mouth. 55.
I think it's 65.
What's
Is it 65 or 55?
I got 65.
I got 65 too. And since 55 isn't there.
How did you get 55?
Aiden says, this is the easiest question ever. Is the number one prime or composite or neither?
Neither.
Justify your answer.
Neither.
It is neither. Tell me why.
Because one only has one, what is it called? Factor.
Good. The number one only has one factor. Prime numbers,
Have two or more.
no. Prime numbers have exactly two factors.
Two factors. And then composite has no more.
Exactly one factor, or exactly two factors. And composite have more than two factors. One is neither prime nor composite. The only factors of one is one. 1 times 1 equals 1. That's only one factor. Prime number has two factors. For example, the number 67. The only way you can get 67 is 1 times 67. Nothing else divides evenly into 67. No other whole numbers. 29. In fact, I'm 53 right now. Pretty soon I'll be 54 and I won't be a prime number age anymore. I'm so sad. I won't have a prime number age until I'm 59.
That's sad.
I know, it is sad.
I'm still working on it.
Problem number 12. The shaded cube has a volume of 1 cubic unit. Of 1 cubic unit. Cubes like this will be used to completely fill a rectangular prism with the dimensions below. How many of the shaded cubes will be needed to completely fill the rectangular prism? If we're filling up something, a box of some kind, that means we're finding the volume. Our formula for volume equals V equals LWH, or volume equals length times width times height. Always write down the formula. And they're always going to give you all but one of the variables. Do they give us the volume of this? No, they don't. Which, since they don't give us the volume, that means they give us the length, the width, and the height. So I would have 9 times 11 times 19. 9 times 11 times 19. Now, it's easy to do
That's
99 times 19. And if I wanted to estimate that, well, 100 times 20. So my answer is going to be somewhere near 2,000. Once I estimate, and I know my answer is near 2,000, that eliminates 1, 2, 3 of the answer choices, and I don't even have to multiply 99 times 19.
You can eliminate C, D, and B.
Also, if I just multiplied, if I took 99 times 19, and I multiplied it out, 9 times 9 is going to be what?
81.
81. Which means I'm going to have a 1 in the ones place.
No.
Because when I go to the second row, I'm going to have that 0 there. So I'm going to have a 1 in the ones place. That has a 1 in the ones place. That is the closest I can get to 2,000. So boom, 1,881 is going to be my correct answer. Is that what you got? An expression is shown below. This is the expression shown below.
5 times 8.
Which statement is true about the parentheses in this expression? So we have our parentheses here. We always start with grouping symbols. So we have grouping symbols and we have 3 operations in the grouping symbol. But since we have parentheses in the grouping symbol, that's another grouping symbol. So we're going to start with 9 plus 4. So it tells us 9 plus 4 has to be solved first. The sum of 9 and 4 has to be solved first. So the parentheses indicate that 9 plus 4 should be solved first. That is my answer. B is incorrect because we have to start with the parentheses and not the not parentheses. C, it's not going to be solved after the brackets because it's inside the brackets because you can't really have to do it after. And the brackets indicate that 8 plus 2 should be solved before the parentheses. No, that is not true because the parentheses, this is like a whole new problem here. And inside this problem, I have parentheses, so I start with the parentheses. So the correct answer would be the letter A. The diagram below shows the classification of some two-dimensional figures. Two-dimensional means what? Bueller, anyone? Anyone? It's flat. Only has length and width. Can't put anything inside it. Can't hold anything inside it. So it's a two-dimensional figure. It means it's flat. The numbers 1, 2, and 3 represent two-dimensional figures missing from the diagram. Which list shows the numbers represented by the numbers 1, 2, and 3? Okay, so we have quadrilaterals. And there are two different types of quadrilaterals we have here. What do we think the quadrilateral that is classified all by itself might be? I mean, this one has a rectangle and a square in it. This one has nothing connected to it. We have parallelograms, trapezoid, rhombus, trapezoid. One has to be a trapezoid, which eliminates A, which eliminates D. So if we say this is a trapezoid, we're asking ourselves now, number 2. So we've eliminated this one and we've eliminated this one. Is number 2 going to be a parallelogram or a rhombus? Parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? I mean, a rectangle is, a square is, and obviously a rhombus is. But how would you define parallelogram?
Kind of tilted square.
Kind of. That is an example of one. Yes. Good. The opposite sides are parallel. That is a parallelogram. The opposite sides are parallel. Square, opposite sides are parallel. Rectangle, opposite sides are parallel. Rhombus, opposite sides are parallel. The lengths of two pieces of ribbon are given below. The blue ribbon, 10 millimeters. The yellow ribbon, 30 centimeters. You stop. What is the difference in length of these two pieces in millimeters? So we need them both to be in millimeters. This is not millimeters because it says centimeters. So how many millimeters are in 1 centimeter? Anybody know? Good, 10 millimeters. Good job. So 30 centimeters equals how many millimeters? If each centimeter equals 10 millimeters, 30 centimeters equal?
67 millimeters.
No?
30.
30.
So it is 20.
So 30 millimeters, it's not right. 30 centimeters can't equal 30 millimeters.
So if it's 10 millimeters.
So it would be 30 times 10, which equals
300.
300. So this one's 300, this one's 10. The difference is
290.
290. Aiden's annoying. All right, so give me two examples of composite numbers and explain how you know they are composite. Well, who can tell me what the only even number that is prime?
2.
2. 2 is the only even number that is prime,
4 and 6.
which means
4 and 6.
every other
Number.
even numbers are composite because they have 2 as a factor. So you could pick 1,286 to go 2 as a factor of 1,286. 98. So any other even number has 2 as a factor. So that'd be my explanation. That's how I do it. Because then I did all of them.